Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our conversation. I am so happy to be here today.
Hello, Lily. Hello, everyone. I am also very happy. It is a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yes, it is a wonderful day, Jack. The sun is shining. I feel great. But, Jack, I have a question for you.
Oh, I love questions. What is your question, Lily?
Well, I was looking at my phone this morning. I was reading stories on the internet, and I thought, how do we talk about these stories in English?
I see. You mean the news. You want to talk about how to discuss the news in English.
Yes, exactly. The news. It is everywhere. We see it on TV, we read it on our phones, we hear it on the radio. It is a big part of our lives.
That is very true. We talk about the news with our family. We talk about the news with our friends. We even talk about the news at work. It is a great conversation starter.
Yes, it is. But sometimes it is difficult for students. They feel shy, they do not know the right words, they worry about making mistakes.
I understand that feeling. The news can be complicated, but today we will make it simple. We will learn easy ways to talk about news.
Perfect. That sounds like a fun plan. So, Jack, imagine this. I see a news story. I want to tell you about it. How do I start the conversation?
That is a good place to start. The beginning is important. You need a simple phrase to open the topic.
Okay, what is the best phrase?
I usually ask a question. The most common question is, did you hear the news?
Oh, that is very simple. Did you hear the news? I like that.
Yes, it is short and clear. You can also say, did you see the news? This is good if you watched it on TV.
Okay. So, did you hear the news or did you see the news? Can I also be specific? Can I talk about a specific topic?
Yes, of course. For example, you can say, did you hear about the fire? Or, did you hear about the new movie?
I see. So, we use the phrase, did you hear about, followed by the topic. That is easy to remember.
Exactly. It is a very natural way to start. It shows you want to share information.
Okay, Jack, let's practice. I will ask you, Jack, did you hear about the new park in the city?
No, I did not. Tell me about it.
See, it works. You are interested now.
Yes, I am. I want to know about the park. So after you ask the question, what comes next?
Next, we need to describe the story. We need to say what happened, but this can be hard. How do we keep it simple?
My advice is to focus on three things: who, what, and where.
Who, what, and where. Can you explain that, Jack?
Sure. Who is the person or the group? What is the action or the event? And where is the place?
That makes sense. Let's use the park example. Who is the city mayor? What is opening a new park? Where is in the city center?
Perfect. So you can say, the city mayor opened a new park in the city center.
Wow, that is a complete sentence. It tells the whole story. The city mayor opened a new park in the city center.
Yes, it is simple, but it is correct. You do not need big words. You just need the facts.
I like that rule. Who, what, where. It helps me organize my thoughts. What about the time? When it happened?
Yes, time is also useful. You can add yesterday, or last week, or this morning.
Okay, so the mayor opened a new park yesterday.
Excellent. Now you are reporting the news. You sound like a journalist, Lily.
Thank you, Jack. I feel more confident already. But, Jack, not all news is about parks. Some news is sad. Some news is exciting. Some news is strange.
That is true. We need words to describe our feelings. We need adjectives.
Adjectives are very important. They give the story color. What are some common adjectives for news?
Well, if the news is good, we can use words like great, wonderful, or exciting.
Okay, it is great news. It is exciting news.
Yes, if the news is bad, we can say sad, terrible, or scary.
It is sad news. It is terrible news. That is easy to understand. What if the news is a surprise?
Then we say shocking, or surprising, or even unbelievable.
Unbelievable. That is a long word. Leave, a, bull. It means I cannot believe it, right?
Yes, exactly. It is too crazy to be true.
Okay, so we have the opening question, we have the who, what, where, and we have adjectives. What is next?
Next, we usually give our opinion. We say what we think about the story.
Giving opinions is sometimes scary for beginners. They do not want to be wrong.
There is no wrong answer in an opinion. It is just your thought. You can use very simple phrases.
What are the best phrases for beginners?
The best one is, I think.
I think.
Yes, I think it is good. I think it is bad. I think it is important.
That is very safe, I think. Are there other phrases?
Yes, you can say, in my opinion.
In my opinion. That sounds a little more formal.
Yes, but it is very nice. In my opinion, the new park is lovely.
I see, or maybe I feel. Can we use I feel?
Yes, I feel happy about it. I feel sad about it. That works too.
Okay, so we have the structure. Let's try to put it all together. Jack, let's do a role play.
I love role plays. They are the best way to practice. What is the topic?
Let's talk about something simple. Maybe the weather. The weather is always news.
Okay. The weather. You start, Lily.
Jack, did you see the weather report for this weekend?
No, I did not see it. What does it say?
Well, the weatherman said a big storm is coming. It will rain all Saturday and Sunday.
Oh no, really?
Yes, a big storm is coming to our city this weekend. It is going to be very cold.
That is terrible news. I wanted to go to the beach.
I know. I think it is sad too. I wanted to play tennis.
So, in your opinion, should we stay home?
Yes, in my opinion, we should stay home and watch movies. It is safer.
That was a great conversation, Lily. We used all the steps.
Yes, I asked, did you see? I told you who, the weatherman, what, a storm, and where, our city.
And you used an adjective. You said it was cold. And you gave an opinion. You said, I think it is sad.
It felt very natural. It was not difficult.
Exactly. The key is to keep it simple. Do not try to explain everything. Just explain the main idea.
Jack, what if I do not understand the news? Sometimes the words in the newspaper are very hard.
That happens to everyone. Even native speakers sometimes do not understand complicated topics.
So, what should I do? Should I pretend to understand?
No, never pretend. It is okay to ask questions. You can say, what does that mean? Or, I do not understand.
What does that mean? That is a very useful question.
Yes. Or you can say, can you explain? Friends are happy to explain.
That is good to know. We should not be embarrassed. We are learning.
Yes, learning is a process. Asking questions is a smart way to learn.
I agree. Jack, let's try one more example. A different topic. Maybe sports?
Sports is a great topic. Many people love sports news.
Okay, you start this time, Jack.
All right. Lily, did you hear about the football game last night?
No, I was sleeping. Who played?
Our city team played against the champions, and guess what? Our team won.
Wow, that is amazing news.
Yes, it was a shock. The score was 3-1. The players were fantastic.
That is exciting. I think everyone in the city is happy today.
Yes, in my opinion, it is the best game of the year.
See? That was easy too. We talked about a game, we used amazing and shock, and we shared our happiness.
And notice, Lily, we spoke in short sentences. We did not use long, complex grammar.
Yes, short sentences are easier to say. They are also easier to understand.
Rhythm is important too. When we speak, we should pause. We should breathe.
Yes, we are not robots. We are people. Pausing helps us think. It helps the listener too.
Exactly. So, for our listeners, here is a tip. Read a short news headline. Then, practice saying it out loud.
That is a good tip. Just the headline?
Yes. Start small. For example, new school opens on Monday. Say it out loud.
New school opens on Monday.
Then, add an opinion. I think that is good.
I think that is good.
See? You are talking about the news. You are doing it.
It builds confidence. Confidence is the most important thing, right?
Yes, absolutely. You do not need perfect grammar to talk about news. You just need to try.
I agree. Many students wait. They wait until their English is perfect, but that is a mistake.
It is a big mistake. You must speak now. Speak with mistakes. It is okay. People want to hear your ideas. They do not care about small grammar mistakes.
I love that. People want to hear your ideas. That makes me feel brave.
You are brave, Lily, and our listeners are brave too.
So, let's review what we learned today. Talking about news is easy if we follow the steps.
Step 1. Ask a question. Did you hear the news?
Step 2. Describe the facts. Who, what, where. Keep it simple.
Step 3. Use adjectives. Happy, sad, interesting, shocking.
Step 4. Give your opinion. I think, or, in my opinion.
And step 5. Be confident. Ask questions if you do not understand.
This is a very helpful list. I feel ready to read the newspaper now.
Me too. Maybe I will find a funny story for our next conversation.
Oh, I love funny news stories. Like a dog that can sing?
Yes, or a cat that likes to swim. Funny news is the best news.
It makes people smile. And smiling is good for everyone.
Lily, before we finish, do you have any final words for our friends listening?
Yes, I want to say, try it today. Find one piece of news. It can be small. Tell a friend, tell your family, or talk to yourself in the mirror.
Talking to the mirror is great practice. Nobody can hear you, so you can relax.
Exactly. Just practice. Open your mouth and speak English.
That is the best advice. Well, Lily, I think our time is up for today.
Time flies when we are having fun. Thank you, Jack, for this chat. It was very useful.
Thank you, Lily. It is always a pleasure to talk with you.
And thank you to everyone listening. We hope you learned something new.
Yes, keep practicing, keep reading, and keep talking.
We will see you next time with more fun topics.
Have a wonderful day, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you soon.